Good everyone, my name is Mr. Ademujimi Adedotun. What we'll be looking at is quotient function. What do we mean by quotient? Quotient means division. When you say quotient, it means division, okay? It means division. If y equals to u over v, if y equals to u over v, and not v over u, take notes, but u over v and not v over u. This is all for quotient function. We check your dictionary. Quotient means division. We are having division sign because of this sign. Division. So that's why you call it quotient. Quotient. Then what will be the quotient function now? Quotient function will be dy over what? Over dx equals to v du over what? Dx minus u dv over the what? The x. Everything over what? Over v squared. Look at this. Not u du, please. Not u dx, but v. That is bottom, that's v. Bottom du dx minus top the bottom dx over bottom square. Okay, bottom is v, so bottom the whole, so that's v du dx minus u dv dx, everything over v square. Take notes. You always take the what? The denominator first. You pick the denominator first, because in quotient function, u over v is not the same thing as what? As v over u. We have 2 over 3. Okay, let's say we have 1 over, okay, 2 over 3. 2 over 3 is not the same thing as 3 over 2. Take notes. So what will make 3 over 2 and 3 over 2 now to be the same? Meaning that u over v and v over u cannot be the same. Because 2 over 3 is 0.666666666. Blah 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 blah. 6666666. Okay? Why what? 3 over 2. This is 2 over 3. Why 3 over 2 is 1.5. You see, they are not the same. So which means that what? U over v and v over u are not what? The same. Please take notes. So this is what we call the quotient function. Quotient has to do with division. So let's look at what the proof. Let's prove this. Okay? We are still going to deduce this from where? From the first principle. So you can say what? Let there be increasing y by changing y, increasing u by changing u, and increasing v by changing v. So we can have what? Y plus what? Okay? Y equals to u upon v. Okay? Let there be increasing y by changing y, increasing u by changing u, and increasing v by what? By dv. So this will be y plus what? Plus dy. Okay? Equals to u plus du over what? Over v plus dv. Alright. So we can't have what? It's not possible for you to have what? U plus dv. No, please. Because u will increase in u, while v plus increase in v. Okay? Plus increase in v. So this will become what? Take this to the other side. Okay? Whenever any number or an alphabet crosses an equality sign, the sign will definitely change. So it will be left equal dy equals to what? U plus du upon v plus dv minus y. So now dy, that's changing y equals to what? U plus du upon what? Upon v plus dv, okay? Minus y. Y is what? Y is u upon what? Upon v, okay? Okay? Y is u upon v. Y is u upon v, okay? Look for the LCM. The LCM of u plus dv plus change in v, v plus change in v, and v. The LCM will give what? The product of the two, okay? The product of the two denominator. That will be v plus dv into bracket what? V. Okay. So how many d's can we see in this? Is this? How many v plus change in v can we see in change in v? V plus change in v and v. That will give us what? V. V times all this will give us what? V into bracket u plus what? U plus what? Plus change in u minus. How many d's can we see in this? Is this. That will be u into bracket v plus dv, okay? Everything equals to what? Equals to changing y. So you can have changing y equals to, open the bracket, so this will be vu plus what? Plus v du, that's v changing u, okay? Minus, open this also, uv, minus times plus is minus. This will be u what? U dv. Everything over what? Open the bracket, that will give us v square. V times v, that's v square, plus what? Plus v the what? That's changing v, okay? This and this will go, yes or no? Yes. uv is still the same thing as vu. 2 times 3, 6. 3 times 2, 6. So, which means that what? V times u is vu or uv, which is still the same thing as u times v, uv or vu. Okay? So, this will be equals to v changing u minus what? Minus u changing what? Changing v upon v square plus v the what? The v. Okay? The next thing now is what? This is equals to changing what? Changing y. Divide through by changing x. Divide through by changing x. Divide through by changing x. So this will give us changing y over what? Changing x equals to v. Divide through, that will be changing what? Changing u upon changing x. Alright. Minus u, changing v upon what? Upon changing x. Everything upon what? V square plus what? Plus v dv. V dv. V dv. So we say what? Lim, changing. It tends to 0. Tends to 0. Then this will change to what? To dy over the x equals to, this becomes v, and this will mathematically change to what? Du dx minus u what? U dv over what? Dx, everything over v square. This becomes 0, okay? V times 0, that's 0. 0 plus what? V square, that's v square. Can you see? This is the derivation for what? For quotient function. Please take notes. This is the derivation of quotient function. Very, very important for WAEC student. They can ask you to prove it. Prove that if y equals to, or you can say what? If f of x equals to u over v. If f of x, don't forget that what? F of x is still the same thing as y. Prove that or show that that dy dx equals to v du dx minus u dv dx, everything over v squared. Why, student? Please take note of this. They ask you to prove it. Very, very important. Please note. Just note that, okay? So let's look at the first question under that. First question, that's question 1. Q1, 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 Q1. If y equals to 2x minus 3 over what? Over 5x plus 4. Over 5x plus 4. Find y prime. Okay? Find what? Y prime. What's y prime? Y prime is still the same thing as what? As dy dx. Take note that y prime is still the same thing as dy dx. Or f prime of x. Or f prime of x. Y prime is still the same thing as dy dx. Or f prime of x. Please take note. Or you call it what? Slope. The slope of this. Slope or the gradient. The gradient. Okay? We have to differentiate between what? U and v. Okay? Don't forget that this is u upon v. U upon v. Meaning that u is what? Is 2x minus 3. Okay? While v is what? V is 5x plus 4. Yes or no? Yes. U is 2x minus 3. V is 5x plus 4. Okay? We need du dx. What's du dx? 2. Not 2x, but 2. Not 2x, but what? But 2. Why this minus 3 is what? It's constant. So the derivative of a constant term is what? Is 0. Is 0. 0 means nothing, so there's no need of putting 0 there. So we can have dv over the x. This will give us what? 5. Take note of that. It's 5 and not 5x. This is also what? Constant. So derivative of 4 is 0. Okay? So recall that what? Recall that dy upon the x equals to bottom the top the x minus the top minus top the bottom the x, everything over what? Bottom square. Everything over what? Bottom square. When you say bottom, that's what the base, which we are using it to represent what? V. That's v square. The bottom, v, bottom, the top, the x, minus the top, minus top, the bottom, the x. Everything over what? Bottom square. Okay. So, therefore, dy dx equals to, what's v? V is what? V is 5x plus 4. Take notes. Times du dx. Du dx is 2. Minus, not plus. Minus. We only have plus in what? In the product function. In quotient function is minor. I told you that quotient means division. It means division. Okay, and we know that division is always what? Subtraction. Okay, take note of that. While product, that is multiplication, is always what? Addition. Okay, so that's minus u. U is what? U is 2x minus 3 times the bottom dx, that's 5 times 5. Everything over what? Bottom square. That's 5x plus 4. Everything to the power of 2. Okay? This will give you a W2 into bracket 5x plus 4. Okay? Minus 5 into bracket 2x minus 3. Take it. Over what do you have? This will be 5x plus 4 to the power of 2. So yeah, now open the bracket. This will give us 10x plus 8 plus 8. 2 times 5x is 10x. 2 times 4, 8. Minus 5 times 2x, that's minus 10x. Minus times minus is plus, 5 times 3 is 15. Everything is upon 5x plus 4 all raised to the power of 2. And that will be your dy upon x. So you can choose to want to expand this or you leave it that way. Take notes. Okay? Okay? Y equals to this over this, which is equals to u over b. From here. What is y prime? Y prime is the y dx. So u is 2x minus 3. So the u dx will be equals to 2. And this is this. So substitute in the value. Okay? Tidy that up. And this will be your final answer. Final answer. That will be your final answer. Let's look at the last question on that was quotient function. Quotient function. Last question which we call question 2. Question 2. Y equals to 3x squared minus 6 over 2x minus 1. 2x minus 1. 2x minus 1. 5 dy the what? Find the y dx. If y equals to 3x squared minus 6 over 2x minus 1, find the y what? The y dx. We know that u is equal to what? 2x squared minus 6. Take note. YV is always what? The bottom. Bottom is V. Bottom is always 2x minus 1. Take note, please. Take note. Very, very important. Okay? So we can have du. Du dx is what? This will give you 4x. That's 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 minus 1. That's 1. Okay? Minus 6 is 0. What about the VDX? The VDX is 2. Take note. The derivative of 2x is 2. Minus 1 is constant. So the derivative of minus 1 is 0. Okay? Recall that dy upon dx equals to bottom u dv u dx minus u dv what? dv dx everything over what? V square. Everything over V square. Okay? Everything over V square. That's the rule. Everything over V square. Then you can have dy upon du upon the x equals to what's V? V is 2x minus 1. 2x minus 1 times du dx is 4x minus u. U is 2x squared minus 6 times the VDX. What's the VDX? The VDX is 2. Everything over what? The bottom square. The bottom is what? 2x minus 1 all raised to the power 2. So that gives us dy upon dx equals to what? Same thing as 4x into bracket. What do you have it? 2x minus 1 minus 2 into bracket 2x squared minus 6 over what do you have it? That's 2x minus 1 all raised to power 2. Where open the bracket. 4x times 2x. That's what? 8x squared minus 4x. Okay? Minus 4x squared plus 12. Everything over 2x minus 1 all raised to power 2. Okay? Look at this again. 4x times 2x, 8x squared. 4x times minus 1 minus 4x. Minus 2 times 2x squared. That is minus 4x squared. Minus times minus plus 2 times 6, 12. So everything equals to what? 8x squared minus 4x squared. That is 4x squared minus 4x plus what? Plus 12 over what? Over 2x minus 1, all to the power of what? Of 2. So that gives what? dy over what? Over dx. Take note. This is the question. We are given y to be equals to 3x squared minus 6x over 2x minus 1. So u is this. So v is this. The uds is this. The vds is this. Okay? Try this and send your answer, please. Try this on your own. Try this. If y equals to 4x minus 5, everything over 3x squared plus 6 find dy over what? dx. Please try this and send your answer. Don't forget that this is a quotient function. Okay, because it has to do with division. So this is the word quotient function because it has to do with what? With division sign. Of course, you can say that which is 4x minus 5 over what? Over 3x squared plus 6. Please take note. Please solve this and send your answer. So this will be your u and this will be your v. Thank you and God bless you.